Today is Friday, November 19th, 2010, and Carolyn and I are here to take the messages for this full moon for November, which is due on the 22nd. And Yeshua and Isis have come forth this evening to give us their messages, and Yeshua wishes to open the batting and let us see what he has to say. I am here to tell you that major change is beginning to come forth upon your planet. You have received a recent message from Father God along these lines, and I wish to reinforce that message. It is just a little over 2 years until the arrival of those energies with the solstice of December 2012, and it seems such a very short time window between now and then within which humanity can prepare. And I will say to you that whenever there are major cyclical transitions, as this one is, the time of preparation is minimized in order to maximize the time spent in the cycle which is ending, and to minimize the time of essentially disruption that is associated with this time of transition. You could look at this time as being a time of chaos upon your planet that is about to begin. Chaos which will allow people to coalesce their choices, their individual choices about how they wish to move forward. And there are several threads to that chaos. Disruptions that Father God spoke of, and there is also going to be the emergence of the truth, the light, the evidence of what is unfolding, and it will be flagged by the emergence of rejuvenation that we have so long talked about and yet has still yet to emerge. And so I mention these things to you because these energies which are about to come to your planet, indeed they are already beginning as I give you this message. These energies of this full moon will reinforce all of these elements that are beginning to be engaged. We are truly entering a time of chaotic change. Chaotic change in terms of governance, financial systems, the planetary surface itself. So many aspects of life as you have taken it to be are about to be shaken. And as I have said, what will come forth in the midst of this is the emergence of people stepping forth in rejuvenated physical bodies. And this is not just about rejuvenating the body, but indeed bringing forth a level of perfection in that body, and also bringing forth the first phase of the Adam-Kadmon physical body. And let me assure you that all of those who begin to express this will be noticed by those around them. It will almost be like there are two different forms of humanity upon the planet. And so this time will be a time of great turbulence, great change, and the energies of this full moon will foster this change, will to a great degree drive this change, this disruption that is about to come forth. The energies of this full moon have been structured, have been chosen, have been designed to drive these changes in all of their elements. And make no mistake, these changes are about to come forth around you. And so it is.
Isis has come to augment Yeshua's information about this particular full moon. And she says that regardless of what happens upon your planet, know that you are being taken care of. You will be nurtured. You will be honored. The Mother is here on this planet and above this planet to oversee what is about to begin. There are many aspects of the Mother. There are the aspects of the Mother that is in the spiritual realm. And then there are human beings who relate to the Mother, and you might say carry on that acknowledgement, that existence in the family of what it is like to be a mother. And so for all of you who have caring mothers in the household, understand that in the spiritual realm there is a counterpart. And the reason for this is that what those who are on earth who express the Mother are actually prompted by the Divine Feminine. So there are strings between the human element and the spiritual element that are very similar to one another. And if you look at your loving mothers upon earth, you have some aspect of what your heavenly mother is like. And make no mistake about it, she truly is. Tune into her for many reasons. There is an element upon earth where the knowledge that if one is to advance, they must awaken to what is missing and what needs to be done. In other words, the requirements of spiritual maturity. It's not that what is on your doorstep is necessarily a punishment, because it isn't. There are pieces that have been put in place to assist you. They have been put in place all along your journey. The truth of the matter is, the signs are usually subtle. It's very similar to the physical body. If there is a problem in the physical body, it starts out as something subtle and gradually grows. Spiritual development is very similar to that. Humanity has been prompted for a very long time to advance, to be spiritually responsible and mature. This has not happened on a grand scale. There have been those here or there who have listened to the promptings of their soul and have moved forward, but that number is very small. And so the next round comes, and the spiritual side becomes a little bit more insistent to mature, to take your responsibilities, to honor your Creator, to be aware that your soul was created by another being, and that being have more ability, more, shall we say, governance. And you haven't realized this. You've gone on your way with your daily chores. Some of you working on amassing great sums of money, and haven't given the spiritual journey much attention. And so another round comes, a little bit more insistent, and so forth, until we have gotten to this moment where round after round, those human beings on earth, for the most part, have not paid attention to the spiritual aspect of who they are. And each time, the teacher, you might say, has become a little more insistent, a little impatient now, because, you might say, the student refuses to awaken. And so you have the mother on one side, who has tried to coax her beloved children to awaken and understand what is going on around them. And you have that side of the spiritual aspect of your soul, spiritual hierarchy, your prime creator, all expecting you to awaken and to move up to that, you might say, point that you need to reach, but to no avail. And so what is on the doorstep is not punishment, my children. No, it is a call, an insistent call that has become more insistent to awaken. As events occur that you do not understand, rather than bemoan the situation, look at it and genuinely ask, what is behind this? What do I need to know? What can this event bring me by way of a gift that I have not used before or do not understand? Because if you look at your life from that perspective, from now on, there will be great growth for you. And I encourage you, no, I plead with you, this is the time where there will be no further steps. What is occurring, you might say, is the last call, the last insistent call. After this, there will be no more. After this call, groups of people will be moving in the way that their soul suggests that they move. And it will be based upon what you have acquired. For some, you're going to be repeating what we call third dimensional trials. You haven't learned enough to move on. It's like being held back in a grade. There will be others who will move on, but that will come at the end of some great struggles. And there will be some who will move on, and life will be peaceful, serene for them. Your choices, your awareness, your understanding will decide what path you will follow. And may it be the right path, my children. May it be the right path, because the change is on the doorstep. It is here. There is no more, you might say, holding off, making a call, putting it on the back burner. There is no such thing now. And so it is.